Hey, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2023 and the update video for the channel for this year, as well as my second channel, Beyond Plus Man. Obviously, Facecam, I don't do this a lot. It's going to be a little more bare bones than I usually do stuff. So bear with me. I'm also going to do this a little more off the cuff. I've got some bullet points here. I'm going to try and make this as quickly and concisely as I possibly can so you guys can kind of get in and get out and know what you need to know. So big thing is a lot of what was said in 2022 is carrying over. I did an update video back last year. I would highly advise you guys to go see it because a lot of you didn't get to see it. And not only are a lot of specifics that were said in it not going to be repeated here, but there are just some kind of fun tidbits there that might be worth going to see. So the basics there, if you don't really have the time or don't really want to go back, were that I wanted to get back to being more consistent with my uploads. I wanted some projects with like old hiatuses to be waived, and they were. I had a desire to continue the Plus Soldier podcast. I wanted to do more collaborations, more community/Discord-led events, and I want to complete a lot more of the currently ongoing stories on the channel. Most of that was accomplished, thankfully. If we can come here and I can put you guys on screen cap plus face cam, I'll show you a few things. So we completed, I want to say 3 stories for sure. Like, I know we finished off Vampiku, we finished off Evo Deku, and we finished off Piccolo just recently. And very soon, Season 2 of GSA will also be ending, so that'll be a completed story as well. You know, the full story video won't be going on my channel. So, like, at least that part has made some progress on it. That's the big reason why so many of these goals are carried over, is because they were either long-term or they're things that are going to come back into play later on. What else? Oh, the next thing I wanted to bring to you guys' attention was the best way for you to stay up to date with my channel is the community tab. I cannot sing the praises of this thing enough. All you do is when you come to my channel, you click over like a few tabs and you'll see community. Scroll down, there'll be all kinds of stuff. There's fun stuff. I sound like it's not fun because I'm having to say it's fun stuff, but we'll do polls here. We'll do like, hey, here's an update about what's going on here. What did you enjoy most about this stuff? Most of that is done in the community tab, so you want to pay attention to it. And I also do hear a lot of you guys say like, oh, I'm on like this device and I don't think we can get to it here. I promise you can get to it. You just have to look. So that was a very big thing. The next docket of business, we already talked about how much of that we accomplished. How can we do better than we did in 2022? So that harkens back to what you might have noticed when I came over here a little while ago, and that is that there are actually a bunch of videos here that aren't currently listed on the channel, or at least you can't get to them. And these are going to be some of the first uploads, or at least the first 2 months worth of uploads on the channel for 2023. And that's because I'm going to be taking those weeks off so I can get a head start. So what I want to be doing is, while you guys are watching the compilation of the 25K What If Oolong Was a Z-Fighter movie, I'll be working on something that'll be coming out like months down the line. And that way I can get back to being more consistent. Because if I'm more consistent, the algorithm will like me better, Susan won't be so mean to me, and a lot of the stagnation that's going on with my channel for a while will start to like alleviate. That'll also start to open me up to where I'll be finishing more stories so I can start telling new ones, which will also help with channel growth. So that's the big thing, and that's also why Beyond Plus Ultraman is hopefully going to make its comeback with the BLU story very, very soon. Because if I can get this kind of a head start going, that would enable me to spend the time that it takes to sit down and read these, not Discord, these incredibly long chapters of story. Because I am pretty committed to going ahead and finishing off my reading of it, because the only other reading of it on YouTube is a text-to-speech. And I really feel like Kenshi deserves better than that. So aside from that, the next big order of business is Patreon. If you were paying attention when I showed you my dashboard just a while ago, you would have noticed like the typical ad revenue I'm getting like monthly is around $300 to $400. Whereas on Patreon, I'm currently getting about $200 a month. That means that, like, in terms of consistency, Patreon is much more consistent for me than my ad revenue is. That just is what it is. What it means is I'm going to start to kind of cater to Patreon more in terms of they are going to probably start to get some exclusive content pretty soon on top of the perks they already get. Beyond that, I'm also going to be restructuring Patreon. So whereas I believe they're currently in like 5 or something tiers, I don't know, it's so bad. I'm going to consolidate that all down to just 3. And the 3 are going to be 1, 5, 50. So the $1 is just the, hey, you just want to throw me a buck, you're just supporting as much as you can, or as much as you want to. It's just so you can have your name read at the end of videos, and that's perfectly fine. It's a great way to do it. The $5 tier is going to be, you get all that. You get in the $1 tier, you get the credit at the end of the video and your name there. But you also get early access to videos. So currently, patrons who have been watching for a while as patrons will know, like, you've had early access no matter what tier you were at. I'm going to restructure that now just because I feel like early access should kind of be a perk. Also, the channel memberships, which I don't suggest you do just because YouTube takes so much of them. They take 30% of them. But if you do the channel memberships, I believe the lowest I can set those is $5. And really the best thing I can give them currently is early access. So it's really only fair for it to be $5 for early access for me. And then the $50 tier is going to continue to be the, your name is listed at the beginning of videos as a sponsorship, you know, kind of PBS style. I have thought about lowering that from 50 to maybe like 20 before, but part of, and I know I've been told this by a few people who, or at least I believe I've been told this by one person who had that tier once, but they were saying like it does feel nice to have the kind of exclusivity. So I believe it is still set to only 5 people can have that at any one time, and it's gonna be $50. If at any point we decide that needs to change, though, I will be bringing that down, and we'll just have most of the people listed at the beginning and the end of videos, and that'll just be how we do it. But that's the main meat of like what has to be said going into 2023. There's nothing like really that has to be said beyond that. Anything else I want to say now? I'm just kind of rambling. Like I do want to continue to like I said, I do want to do some more collaborations. I have a lot more planned. If you were very eagle-eyed when I showed you the channel dashboard a little while ago, you would have noticed something that was very intriguing that would have probably tipped you off to at least one of them. But yeah, 2023 is going to be a big year, man. I'm very excited for it. And I want to do all I can to prove to you that it's going to be worth you supporting me in whatever way you can. That I am really going to be trying to put in like all the effort I can to go above and beyond. You know, we got Bleach what ifs coming in soon. We're going to be doing more One Piece what ifs. We're going to be doing more My Hero what ifs soon for sure. A lot of ongoing stories are ending this year. Like everything you see on that thumbnail, I don't want any of those characters to be there, or at least those versions of the characters, I should say. I don't want any of them to be there in 2024. I want a totally new set of characters, totally new set of stories going on at that point. So this is going to be the year of bringing stuff to a close and starting new stuff. I know for a fact, like Zabuza is going to be ending in 2 parts. Jiraiya maybe has 5 at most left, if even that. Human Saiyans is going to be having its finale in the next part, and it's going to be going the way of Piccolo turned good early, where the Granola arc, the Moro saga, Superhero and Broly, all that stuff will be kind of covered in like a special. Yeah, I'm really excited, dude. This is going to be a really fun year. I have a lot of really cool content coming up. I have a lot of really big plans that I still haven't gotten to do yet. GSA is going to be amazing because when season 2 ends, the story as you know it will really and truly be over. Like me and Ronan won't even be the main voices telling you the story, and it's going to be really interesting going forward, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so optimistic. I'm so hopeful. So first off, hope that I get soon better, because I hate talking like this. But I hope you guys are ready to buckle in, stay tuned. Bear through these first 2 months of like no real content. I'll probably do like some shorts. I do mean to ask you guys how you feel about the shorts and the what if super minis and stuff like that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. For these first 2 months, we're We're really getting back to it. So I'm excited. Hope you are as well. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off though. So you have a good night or a good day or whatever time this is hitting you at, and I will check you later.